So you bring up the topic of MISI, mutually exclusive, collectively exhaustive, right? What that means in explain it to me like I'm five terms because I've had to refresh my memory on this regularly. It means that if you have an entire population of volunteers, so let's say that's 100% of the pie. Mutually exclusive means I'm going to cut up that pie and none of the pieces are overlapping with any of the other pieces. That's the mutually exclusive part. And then the collectively exhaustive is I'm going to have a whole, if I add up all the pieces, I'll have a whole pie. I'll have 100%. Okay. Now, what I coach for these interviews, and Brian, I'm going to plant the seed for you to chime in and piggyback. I generally do not coach prioritizing collectively exhaustive to get to 100%. And I prioritize getting for sure mutually exclusive and trying to get to something meaningful from a percentage of the pie perspective. So if you can come up with like three segments that are different from one another and meaningful in each of their own right, so that maybe if you add up the three segments, you get to something like 40, 50% or something like that of the entire volunteer pool, that feels fine for me. I'm not gonna like nitpick that you've missed half of the pie because we only have limited time and I just need to know that you could do that. And I know that if I gave you more time, you would come up with more segments until you had 100%, right? So I'm just looking for the signal that leads me to believe that you're capable of doing that exercise. I also don't want you to pick three segments that together account for like 5% of the pie, right? Because now I'm like, okay, like sure they could define segments, but they just came up with three completely like obscure niches. So are they not capable of like seeing the elephant in the room? Like, are they missing the bigger picture here? So that's my take on that. And then obviously I coach to use heuristics to build your segment. So like I like motivational heuristic. It's like why are they doing it? Why are these people volunteering? Did they get like a DUI and they have to do community service to get like to get out of jail or whatever? Are they doing it because their company requires it for some reason? Are they doing it because they just love volunteering? They just like feel better doing it? Are they doing it because they're lonely and they want social connection, right? Like there's all these different reasons people might volunteer. So coming up with that primary motivation is important. And then thinking about within the people, assuming you know their motivation, how could you slice and dice them? Like some people have an hour a week to volunteer. Some people have like 20 hours a week because they're retired. Some people um, don't want to do anything with their hands. Maybe they just want to like talk to people. Like maybe they're just not manual, but maybe some other people really do want to. You get the idea. You could start to kind of like build out the texture of how you'd like differentiate between people within the volunteer group, and then you could craft some segments based on that.